Do my people have these skills? Do they not? Who can I shift around? Who wants to be upskilled? Because that's another piece of this equation. Maybe there's people that are super eager and excited and they want to jump in on this and learn about it. But maybe you have some people that maybe they want to shift gears and go a different direction. So you have to be able to support them throughout their total employee experience. So you get the skills mapped out. Then you got to think about your org structure. Maybe there's an impact to it. Maybe there's not. Then how is that going to impact my hiring practices? How do I then take those skills, right? Because that's tied into all of those pieces around vision, strategy, communications, all of it. Then I've got my language, right? I need to get everyone to speak the same language, right? I've got the base of my mountain. Now, when I have all these different peaks, how do I support them in their role with these new skills I need them to have? So you have to have education around that. Education that's not just one-time thing, right? We don't need a check-in-the-box education. We need education that's going to evolve as these skills evolve, and as your vision evolves, as your strategy evolves, as people want to grow within their roles. I know this is not a quick answer either, that I keep adding these things on, and then you've got all of that stuff. How am I going to support them? You have to have support in place. Is it going to be mentorship? Is it coaching? Is it all on the job stuff? Do I need to make it formal, informal? Do I have a community in place to support people as they're going through this, as not just at the beginning, as they're maturing, as they're growing their skill set, as those skills are evolving based on your vision changing, your needs changing, as their roles are changing, as the tech is changing. And then you have to have something in place to help support that and help govern that and help build standards. And I don't mean governing as in like having a stick, right? That's not what we mean. We mean by providing some guardrails around this that are obviously continually as a part of discussion. Exactly. Lots of things have to be in place for this to be successful.
It's interesting how many parallels, and we've written a paper on this, so we've called out some of these parallels in the work that we're doing. But the parallels between culture and change management and the success factors for AI implementation, starting with that point of purpose, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to implement change or technology just for the sake of change in technology? That's this point about being able to do something with purpose or having a purposeless implementation, which is almost guaranteed to give you not the best results, right? But from that all the way through to thinking about data, thinking about people, and thinking about communication and managing that through. It takes me back to thinking about adoption modeling and acceptance modeling when during my PhD, I was doing this. And the determinants of successful technology acceptance, or the formation of intent that goes through to the observable behavior. This idea of support, this idea of basically either social or procedural or infrastructural support that isn't hindering your use of a technology. So you might form the intention to do something, but then be prohibited from doing it because the conditions don't allow you to do it. And that's a thing that we need to consider, because even if you galvanize hearts and minds and you lead the people to a new utopia, which is a changed state, if you don't have all of the support in place, they might want to do it, but they can't do it because of reasons, right? And this is I really want to use this app, but my phone won't connect to the Wi-Fi, right? It's even down to that level of, facilitating conditions, which is quite interesting that there's that parallel between all of the things that we talked about mutually in our paper. So 3 key takeaways. If I had to do culture and change management around data and around data literacy in the age of generative AI, which is the title of our paper, what 3 things should I be thinking about if I'm a learning leader, HRO, something like that?
Okay. So from an HRO learning leader standpoint, I would say big things are you need to find out, if you don't already know, which you probably do, but if you don't, you need to go talk to the right people. Find out what is your data and AI vision and strategy for your company. What is it? Figure that out. Right? Then you have to align everything else to it, as we were both just talking about. So the next steps then, when I'm thinking about HR and learning in particular, is what are then those tasks that map out to that vision and strategy, specifically with data and AI, that need to happen. And you're going to have to work super closely with your tech, your IT department, right? Everyone there to make sure you understand and you have synergies on the direction on which you're trying to head. From there, you can figure out what are the skills, right? And looking at that, you can do that skills analysis and map out what are your gaps, what do you have in place. From there, you can then start to support your employees in a way that helps them, but not just in a way that helps them, in a way that's going to support and align with the overall vision of the company. So I would say, figure out that strategy and vision. There's one in place. There is, right? Somebody is working on it right now at your organization. You need to figure out what that is and work with them, partner with them then on figuring out what those tasks are, which then drive those skills that you need as the foundation for everything you should start to be doing moving forward. And then from there, you can start building out the rest. You can build out what are the role specific trainings I need? What are the things that my people understand and already have a common language around, and what are the things they don't? You may have a base to work on, or maybe you're starting from the scratch and you have to build up that full, the base of your mountain, and it keeps going from there, right? Because then you can build out all the support mechanisms and all those other pieces. Those are the three I would recommend.
As you were talking, I was thinking of the basically know thyself, right? Know your people. What are they concerned about? Know your purpose. Where are you going? Know your resource space. What do you have to play with? Know your direction. Where do you want to go? It's kind of a little bit like that. But it's so interesting how all of this, whether it's tech strategy or culture and change, or whether it's, learning strategy, that basically the principles are very, very similar. And, we call this out on our paper. There it is. Without further ado, let's pause there and we'll continue talking about the rest of our paper in the next session.
Sounds great.